Did you ever let an opportunity slip by? Or only because of a valid reason? Actually, is it valid indeed? Hi, I am SOJAN. Most of you here would know me by my bridal photo shoot for Malabar Gold and Diamonds Brides of India. Yes, it was my childhood dream which came to me unexpectedly. So, you will know me better when I share the experiences that I faced in my life, which molded me to the person who I am today. I am from Thodupuzha, a place in Idiki, and I have three siblings, and I am the third child to my parents. From my childhood onwards, I was always been favored and supported by my father. He was the only person who who realized that I am capable of doing my work on my own, and he's the only person who understands me better than anyone else in this world. It was a phase in my life where I started to learn to spread my own wings. So at that point, I came to understand that what being independent means. So being a dependent child to an independent child, I started enjoying my life on my own. And when it comes to solo trip or when it comes to decision making, I started to do things on my own. So that was a point when I fell in love with the word independent. So I am not here to tell you my life story here, but no, like everyone's life was not easy to be narrated, right? But still, in you all have that easy busy lives in everyone's like I also do have like school days. Like those days are the best days in my life because school days we have nothing to worry. Aside from homework, exams, assignments, like school days are the best days because I was the most happiest person when I was in school. And my parents always tried their level best to provide the four of us with the best education they have, like best education that we have got. So I was a studious girl. So at that time, being a studious, there will be no school romance, no unwanted dramas, nothing. I just devoted myself to studies and all. So in my 12th grade, I have like I have got high marks in my 12th grade. So with like every other student, I also came up with a big dream in my life, which was a turning point, a future dream. So for me, my future dream was for studying abroad. Studying abroad, by choosing the option studying abroad, I lost an opportunity. Like the opportunity to be enjoying the college life. Now you may think that what's so great about the college life over here, right? Being a student over there, I understand, I know the difference. Actually, it's totally different what you guys experience here. The colleges over there are entirely different and the life of being, and it's very hard to manage both studies and work, and it's so hard to find time to enjoy, like a little time. So that's the main reason why I'm standing in front of you. Or even if it's for one day, like I can't even imagine losing an opportunity to be in a college and to be with you all. Being coming from a financially backward middle class family, in order to achieve my dream of studying abroad was not easy. I need to face a lot of struggles to reach out to that goal. And I always want to support my father because I was all if there is a person that I was too attached to, that was my father. So most of the girls out here can relate to this, right? Because we girls are more attached to our fathers. Like I think boys are too attached to their mothers. So I always wanted to support my father as soon as possible. So that's why where my dream comes from, like studying abroad came. And like that dream was really impossible for me, for my father, like my family to afford. And from my childhood onwards, I am a firm believer. Like I always trust in God and believes in His miracles. And I'm pretty sure that it was only because of His blessings that my dream came true, because it was impossible for us. So the only person who can make it possible is, I always trust that it was God. So Canada was a place that that was not a destination in my list, but it was a destination that God designed for me. And Canada was a place which gives me more freedom and which built me to be a more independent girl that you see right now. So these were the happy, best days in my life. And here comes when we think that life can't possibly get worse, and that's the point when it does. So here comes my twist number 2 in my life. 2 years before, I was the Dhanya that you see right now, struggled to breathe. I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, and at that time, I didn't even know what kind of illness was that. So, like, heart failure is there, so something related to heart will be definitely. But what we mean by congestive heart failure was, I didn't even really know. So at that time, I had to face like a non-stop coughing, and I was unable to breathe, and also swelling in my legs. This was the symptoms that I have seen. And through many tests and examinations, doctors informed me that my heart is pumping at a capacity of 20%, which means my heart is only pumping in a 20%. So at that time, I didn't even know what I want to do next, because I was in a point where when I came to know about my condition, literally no one was with me, because I was a student in Canada. My whole family is in Kerala, and it was COVID peak time, and I literally don't know what to do next. Yeah. Anyways, but let's not talk about my illness right now. Let's just skip to the good part. The way I fought, and I'm still fighting, the way I am still fighting my illness matters more right now. At that point, when I came to know about condition, I started to realize one thing. The God has better plans for me each time, and I trust it, and I believed that He sent me to Canada for a purpose. So before completing the purpose, I know that He wouldn't let me die. So that point, I started to change my mentality towards everything. I started to see each day as a blessing, as an opportunity. And I always had a rosary in my hand, which I always carry with me. And that's a rosary which gives me more strength whenever I feel down. And that's a rosary where I share all my pains, worries, and all. And I believe that it's only because that I trust in God. He started to send me lots of angels to my life who helped me to become the person who I am today. Like, living in the present is really very important. When I got this condition and when I'm hospitalized, I started to love each day, and I started to find happiness in every moment. Like, at that time, TikTok was really a relief for me. In a being hospitalized, and I am bedridden, and I'm not able to do anything. So I have a phone with me, and I do TikToks. Before being hospitalized, I used to do TikToks and all, but being like every other Malayali parents, my parents was also not that much interested in that. They always want me to concentrate on my studies, and for the purpose that I went to Canada. But later, when I was hospitalized and when I continued to send videos to my parents, they started asking for more. They started to tell me that you need to do more videos and you need to be more happy. And that point, I realized that there was my parents who told me, stop doing those videos and stop doing those TikToks and all. But I told my parents, if I stop when you want me, then I will be missing to collect those beautiful memories. Because right now, the videos that I created those times were like my painkillers right now, because it acts as a painkillers whenever I feel down. It stimulates me to face each circumstances I face right now. So it was like really a painkiller, those videos. And sometimes when like there is a quote which says it is when our plans go wrong that wonderful unforeseen are allowed to occur. So now let me take to the best part that I was talking about. Well, on a usual day, I was scrolling through my Instagram. Suddenly, a video caught my eyes. It was like it really taken me to my childhood dream. It was an advertisement by Malabar Gold and Diamonds Brides of India campaign. So the models, seeing those models in this beautiful wedding dresses and necklaces, did stop me by typing a comment under that post. So like I can't even scroll to the next post without typing a comment. So the next was in history, okay? So the actually I got answer to that comment and they just made my dream come true. A dream of being dressed like a princess has come true. They just made it happen, and that one small step, like putting a comment under a post, had taken me to a dream world of that day. That day when my bridal photo shoot was taken, it was like I was on a dream world, and I even forgot that I have this health condition and all. I was really happy, and it was my happiest moment in my life. So the simple step of putting a comment under a post has taken me to a world. And if I lost that opportunity by listing out my health condition, then I won't be standing in front of you right now. So what I want you to be like learn from is that we get opportunity. So never give a second thought by choosing an opportunity, because sometimes when we get an opportunity, grab it right away, because it will never wait for you to give you a second chance. So that opportunity had bring me somewhat popular among the youngsters, and many of them see me as an inspiration. So from here, I know that many of you here are college students. In a way, you will get more opportunities, but before choosing it, choose it wisely, because people maybe use you at the same point. We all have this fear that once the opportunity miss out, then there will be no other opportunities, right? So don't ever compare your pain with other sufferings. That was a reminder that I want to share with you all. And before that, once I said that I was being the model for the bridal shoot, there was a surprise that most of you didn't know. After, if you see those video clearly, in between, the chairman of Malabar Gold and Diamonds was telling me that there was a gift for me. So 80% of the people who saw that video thought that it was the jewelry that I was wearing was gifted to me. But it was a protest. Actually, on 3rd January 2022, I was being appointed as Digital Marketing Executive at Malabar Gold and Diamonds headquarters in Kozhikode. So right now, I am also in a part of Malabar family, and that was the best gift, and that made me slowly to an opportunity. Like that gave me an opportunity to be a financially independent girl, and then to my always favorite word, independent. It must been only 3 months since I started to walk without any support, and now I can walk by myself. Then now I can dance by myself without moving my legs. Right now my heart pumping capacity just improved only to 34%, and it's still fighting to avoid a heart transplantation. So both me and my heart are still fighting to be with an unseparable people. Like we both need each other, and we are fighting. Like we both are fighting to avoid a heart transplant. So here after suffered a lot or through this suffering period, I learned many things in my life. Like I started to see the importance of being an individual. I started to express myself, I started to forgive people, and I started to know that collecting and creating memories was matters more at the end of the day. So people always think that we have time in our life, but I always think that life is very short. Give each day an importance, and you will find happiness in every moment. So at last, I need to say that, like, being being yourself is more difficult in this society right now, but sometimes we need to take responsibilities for our own happiness. You are an individual, and the people around you, the world around you, can't decide what you want to be. You are an individual, and your identity, your life, your dreams matters more. So before wrapping up, I want to tell you that, is your, like, excuses valid in your life before before you go to approach an opportunity? All right. I even write in my Instagram page, that in bio, that I'm fighting congestive heart failure. Do you know what's the reason why I write like that, like in my bio, fighting congestive heart failure? It was just for me, like, to fight myself, to be a motivate for myself. Post videos to motivate myself actually, and I want to let the people who scroll through my page how I was fighting this illness. So think before, when you, when you get an opportunity, think before you find excuses. There will be more reasons to say a no to it, but it's their courage who says yes to it. If something's go wrong, or if you are down, just give you a big hug like this and say, it's okay, you will be get fine. And that's the where you will start to love yourself. So be unique and live it up. This is me, Danya SOJAN, who won hearts of many by her simplicity and innocence, of course, her smile. So keep smiling and be happy. Thank you.